the Speakeasily Hour Minute Podcast, Season 1, Episode 4.
Ladies and gentlemen, disruptors and other douchebags, those of you who think you're listening to NPR, Act 1. I'm Odessa Lil, your mistress of ceremonies. Welcome to Speakeasily Hour Minute Podcast, where the burlesque show that turned into a streaming show that turned into a comedy troupe that turned into a podcast. Thanks for joining us on this podcastic journey. Hello?
Hello, Odessa Lil.
Hey, it's Klingon Vanna White, my trusted sidekick.
How are you? Good. How are you, Odessa?
I'm okay, but are you still in Tijuana?
No, I got back to the Kitty Cat Corral the last time. Oh wait, no, I don't know if it was the last time. I don't even know anymore. I don't know what's going on. I am back at the Kitty Cat Corral though, and I'm very depressed.
Why are you depressed?
I miss Shecky Davis Jr. because he's in prison. And then when he was in prison, he also called ICE on me and got me deported to Tijuana.
Yeah, that did happen, didn't it?
Yes, it wasn't a dream. But I also miss Tijuana.
Whoa. Well, which do you think you miss more?
Well, I missed my cats a whole lot.
Yeah.
And it takes a while, but like after a few months, I actually start missing Shecky Davis Jr.
Wow. Well, it just takes a few months.
Yeah, a few months to start forgetting.
All the shit that happened between the two of you.
The thin veneer of hate wears away, and all I have left is discomfort, and I miss that.
Huh. Interesting. I thought you were going to say love, but discomfort. Okay. Yeah.
Discomfort that you can remember fondly.
I don't think you're going to miss that discomfort for too long because
this call will be recorded and monitored. I have a collect call from
Shecky,
an inmate at a San Bernardino County detention facility. If you would like to accept this call, please press 4.
Yes, I'll accept the call.
Hey, lady, how you doing? Odessa, it's Shecky. I'm here. I cannot wait. So good to talk to you again. I really love these weekly calls. Now that I made sure that Vanna is not around anymore, and it's just you and me, we can really get down to what?
We do have another caller here.
Oh, our guest.
Joining
yes,
us.
I cannot wait to talk to our guest.
No, didn't call him yet.
What are you talking about?
Klingon?
Hello, Shecky.
Hey. Hi, Vanna. How you doing, Klingon? You're still in Tijuana, right?
No, I am back at the Kitty Cat Corral.
So hold on. I'm just. Don't mind me. I'm just taking notes of locations.
Don't.
What?
Do not call ICE on me again.
I don't know what you're talking about. I do not know what you're talking about. But how did you get back? Like, I'm dying to know how you got back because, I was one of the people that was donating money, to Trump to get that wall built. So how did you?
I just showed my ID, my driver's license, and I walked across.
But I thought that driver's license was expired.
No, it was not expired. It shows that I am a California person. Just because someone is an alien does not mean that they are illegal.
Wait a minute. Wait. So you actually went through and got your citizenship done? I thought you didn't do that.
I became a citizen of the Earth America when we got married.
Damn. I mean, yay! That's great news. I didn't realize that.
Should have thought about that earlier, huh?
But still, they still made a crazy decision to deport me because I couldn't show them all my papers, and I did break one of their arms. But whatever, when people rush into your house and start screaming at you, you kind of go berserk.
I know I do.
I can understand that.
Well, anyway, we're gonna have a special guest tonight. DJ, producer, podcast baron, and funny man Jason Nevermind. So let's give him a call, shall we?
Maybe.
Shall we?
I think we should.
I didn't call you yet, Jason. Okay, all right.
I think we should.
Beep boop bop beep boop. Ring ring, ring ring.
Hello.
Is this Jason Nevermind?
It most certainly is. Do I owe you money? I don't owe you money. Do I?
No, but this is a collection agency.
We ain't selling no Amway products, boy.
I have no more organs left, and I'm short on blood. I'm a little dizzy, but I can
You
give
do too.
you.
You have the Hammond organ.
I can do some spit. I have a little spit left. Not
Just a
much.
little.
Excellent.
Not
We'll
much.
take that.
Okay.
Well, welcome to the Speakeasily Hour Minute Podcast.
Well, thank you. Thank you for having me. Thank you for eventually releasing me as well.
Well, we haven't seen that happen yet.
Yeah. Didn't you do some time with little Pookie?
It's a funny thing. I don't really jail very often. Like I'm not really like a jail kind of person. Like I have jailed before. I've jailed once. I did jail once when I was 12.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, okay.
And I think you'll actually appreciate this. I got jailed when I was 12 for attempting to shoplift 2 cassette tapes from Target, one of which was Run DMC, and the other was Weird Al Yankovic.
Wow, at least you got some good taste, I guess.
Yeah, but that was the only other time I've ever been held against my will in a jail cell. But yeah.
Except for like last week.
Last week, yes, where I was pulled off my front steps by the police because I couldn't prove that I lived on my front steps. Well, I lived in the house of the front steps that I was on, being quiet, minding my own business before I had to climb the last flight of steps to my apartment because I just walked there and I was tired and I walk everywhere. From what I understand, there had been a neighbor complaint, but it was a Saturday night on 20th Street right next to the park. So that street is always crazy. And I was home at like 1 in the morning.
So they actually were complaining about some other Mexican.
There had to have been some other Mexican in the mission
But they
that night.
saw you.
But
yeah.
you didn't even look Mexican. Come on.
I was sitting there. All of a sudden, they had lights on me, and they're just grabbing me.
They just grabbed you without even like saying hello.
Well, I kept saying,
what are you doing
they were like,
here?
hey, we had a
Without buying
complaint.
you a drink?
No, it was like, hey, that we had a complaint. I'm like, well, I live here, and I don't have my address. I have the wrong address on my ID. I have no way to prove that I lived there except for the key in my pocket, which I was given back once they released me at 8:30 the next morning. Ironically, you know where I was being held?
Where?
Right across the street from where I work. And you know what else is? You know what else is funny about that? Besides the fact that now I do understand, like when I tell people the closest public restroom is across the street, the police station, why they don't want to go. It was, oh goodness, that actually just kind of derailed my thoughts. What tangent was I on with that?
Bathrooms in jail suck.
Okay, yeah. Besides that, I now work 2 jobs now, right? So I had actually taken that Sunday off. It had been the first day off I'd had in a month, and I woke up in jail. So that's just life. It was kind of like my Dante from Clerks moment, where I was like, I wasn't even supposed to be here today, because it wasn't even my night to do the radio show, but I went out to support and went out for a drink afterwards and got taken to jail.
Caught up.
That's it, yeah.
Wow.
I didn't even try to steal a Weird Al tape.
Man. Or Run DMC.
Well,
It's rough in
Were
these
you
streets.
were
son.
you inebriated? Were you inebriated when
Oh,
you were picked up by the police?
I was inebriated, yes, and I can say
A
that.
drunk tank.
Yeah, drunk tank, yes, but solo the
Okay.
drunk tank.
Were you alone
This is
in the
starting to
tank?
make more sense.
Yeah. So I mean, I wasn't actually arrested or charged with anything. They just took me.
So were you alone in this drunk tank, or did
Yes.
you have other people?
No, I was alone, except for the officers staring at me from across the hall.
I just keep thinking if it's going to turn into that scene in Kid and Play. I got to come bail you out.
I got a freestyle battle.
You got a freestyle battle.
Here's what's funny.
To protect your ass.
I talked to a friend of mine at work, and I told him what happened. He's like, "Oh, that happened to me once, but I kind of deserved it." I'm like, "Well, what happened?" He's like, "Well, I forgot my keys, so I broke into my house, and I was in the basement, grabbing my bike, and the cops were like, blah blah blah, and and I said, "Oh, you can go upstairs and look. My wallet's on top of my TV and everything." I'm like, "Well, you actually broke into your house." I was just sitting there.
So this is a white guy, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I don't look Mexican though.
No, you don't.
I've never looked Mexican. That's been like another thing. I don't get a pass for that either. Like,
nope.
Like the white people don't like me, the Mexicans don't like me.
Doesn't look Mexican.
No, funny. No, tastes Mexican, but doesn't look Mexican. You know what? The number one thing. Like if a Mexican person finds out I'm Mexican, the first thing they do is they go, how?
Well, they expect you to speak Spanish magically.
I'm like my dad.
Is your last name? Is
Had
it
sex
enough?
with my mom.
How though? How?
At least once.
You see, I'm Mexican, not Native American.
Yeah, how? Well, okay, when a man likes a woman, he rubs her on the back, and she exposes her stomach, and he ejaculates into her belly button, and then it makes a baby.
Oh, well, that's funny, because that's how Klingon Vanna White and Shecky met.
Oh, wonderful.
Yes.
Yeah.
But unfortunately...
I ejaculated all over his belly.
Exactly.
That's right. With her Kling dong.
And I had to abort. I ain't having no chocolate babies. Fuck that.
Yeah, I mean, babies are like an STD, basically.
Ugh.
It mainly
They're
affects
virus.
Yeah, it mainly affects people's social media accounts.
Yep. That's why I have cats.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, because that never infects people's social media accounts.
Never.
Of course not.
Never.
Well, welcome to the show. We're just, introducing things, and Shecky usually gets us up to date on current events, because he's got some time to read the paper, whereas like Klingon Vanna White and I are just like so fucking busy,
Yes,
I'm
because
illiterate.
because I'm in prison.
And she's illiterate.
So
I'm in Fresno in a basement, so I don't
That's
really
prison.
Like illiterate.
That's prison.
that really is. At her mom's house.
I'm well fed in prison.
Yeah.
She keeps her mom keeps offering her lamb
Stop.
over and over again with the lamb. Mom. Stop
Bagel
it.
dogs.
Bagel dogs.
I wish. Get another vegan bagel dog over here.
Oh yeah.
So which brings us to our current events today. So current events. So Trump's lawyer, his office was raided by
That's
commie, right?
By commies?
No, no, not by commies, but by the American FBI.
Yeah, but wasn't Comley or whatever part of that?
Comely?
Comey?
He's very comely. That's
No, Comey wrote a book about him, about what an ass he is.
I just can't see. That's the problem. Like I can't keep up with everyone who has a beef with this man.
That's
If it's not people, it's a country. If it's not a country, it's aliens. I mean, like fuck this guy.
or it's Carl Renner on Twitter. Like,
Yes.
all day on Twitter.
Like I know you're not directing anymore, but come down. So they found a whole bunch of stuff in the lawyer's office. They found the Shroud of Turin.
A butt plug.
They found a butt plug. The butt plug was wrapped in the
Shroud of Turin.
In the Shroud of Turin. So yes.
Wow.
I don't know why that's a funny
That's-
image to me.
Yeah. I mean, you got to clean them off somehow, right?
Mhm.
How do you think
That's
that
not
stain
fair.
got on it, right?
The divine cleaning.
The divine stain.
You wrap it in the Shroud of Turin, and then you put it in the microwave for 7 minutes with some water and vinegar, I believe is what it is.
You know what? That's what you could do with dildos. You can, if you get the ones that are not like, if you get the ones that are.
What else did they find in the office?
I'm trying to tell you. It's like they found warm dildos. It was like warm cookies.
Warm. It's like
Warm dildos.
you can tell how long it's been since someone has been there by feeling the campfire to see if it's still warm.
There you go. What else did they find, Odessa?
I heard they found owl flavored lifesavers.
Owl flavored?
Grandma porn.
Grandma porn.
3
No.
hemorrhoid pillows.
What's owl flavored? What's owl flavored lifesavers?
They're the opening band for grandma porn.
Okay,
Double bill.
it was a double bill. Like they're playing on Kimmel at 11:30.
They're doing a Tiny
Just
Desk
gonna
concert
have to
together.
ask. Yes, tiniest desk. It's like a little doll desk.
They're under the desk.
They found some of that caffeinated water. No.
Have you seen the hard water now? They actually have water with alcohol in it.
Hard water.
Isn't that just called vodka?
No, that's what I thought too. But it's called hard water, and the stupidest thing.
Stupid.
And the stupidest thing is like the commercial are these two
white dudes.
Like no, it's a black guy. It's a black guy and a white girl, and they're drinking, and they're like, this is some really nice hard water, and they're floating in their nicely manicured backyard, and the dog is like looking at him like, what the fuck are you doing?
The dog's like, I want you to kill. I want you to kill.
And I'm like,
when I heard about it, I was like, oh, it's like heavy water, like it's radiation.
Yeah, it's like the water in New Orleans that you have to scrape off
there
with
you go.
A scraper.
You scrape it off. That's what they're bottling now.
Hard water is just alcohol. That is just alcohol.
It literally is just alcohol.
It's just watered down alcohol.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what are you
It's
doing?
not even alcohol. It's alcohol that's been watered down. That's bullshit.
It's like going to the DNA and ordering a drink.
It's like Bud Light.
It's like you're literally paying for the worst alcohol because it's watered down.
Natural ice.
And only biracial couples like it.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, but in the office of the lawyer,
Yeah.
Yes.
I heard that they found a box of Depends, Viagra, extra hold hairspray, spray tanner, CBD lube. That's lube with pot in it.
Yeah.
Ayn Rand's
Thank you. Klingon.
amateur CBT porn. That's cock and ball torture porn with Paul Ryan and Mitch McConnell in it. And then that porn was inside of a barf bag.
Whoa.
And then they found Coke. And then they found real Coke and FAP magazine by the Fappening.
Oh, it was issue 1 of Fat Magazine. It was like a collector's edition.
Fappening.
I heard there's also like a couple of bagel dogs in there.
So they're obviously preparing for a party.
That's party time.
It's a party time.
So you got a couple of bagel dogs just for when you start to lose your steam. You need your third or fourth wind.
They were.
No, you need the Coke. You need the Coke and then the real Coke.
Yes, you must have Coke.
So are they
It's
Mormon?
the
Because they're not supposed to have
classic
caffeine.
Preferably Mexican Coke.
Yeah,
And
okay.
then of both kinds.
Real sugar.
Booga sugar.
Yeah.
Real sugar. You got to pay more for that
And real
though.
Coke.
That sugar tax.
Well, it actually is in Coca-Cola though. It's just
Not the one that we have right now. We'd have to go time travel back to the Victorian era.
good
to
old
get
days.
Yeah, to get the good stuff.
when cocaine was just wine with cocaine in it, or Coca-Cola was wine with cocaine in it, basically.
I mean, thank God they found a time machine in that office. Let's go.
Yeah, seriously. Here's what ails you.
Yes.
I could fold all these shopping bags all day.
God, where's my bag hutch? I wish I had a place to put all these bags.
Well, speaking of stains, I do know that that Comey or whatever his name is, Comey said in his new book that he called Trump a stain. And I'm thinking, are you talking about the stains on his scalp from that fucked up spray he puts on his hair? You know?
Did he call him a stain to his face?
No, only in his book. So he wrote that book. All these
what a
tell-all
ball.
books are coming out and shit.
Does he use the head paint? Is that what that is?
I think so.
Like Ted Danson used to use?
See, but Ted
No, he
Danson
does
would
a comb over.
it's a comb over, but Ted
it's
Danson
a
would
comey over.
he went kind of nice into that. He went gracefully into
Well,
that
Ted
kind
Danson
of
was bald on Cheers for years.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah. They used to just spray that on.
Yep.
He actually took it off one day on one of the shows. There's an episode of Cheers where he takes his hair off.
Yep. And it's supposed to be one of those they never aired it, and then they aired it, and he's like, "Fuck you, I'm leaving," and then they ended the show.
And the whole thing was Woody's fever dream.
Yep.
Ooh.
And then Carla came out of the shower,
I killed Bobby.
dripping wet.
Well, I think stain is a really cool put down.
That's a good one.
But I think Trump's more of a skid mark.
Oh. He's like a bubbling, overrunning asshole that's just vomiting diarrhea and bile and razor blades and blood and rotten food. You know, like when you leave food out for a really long time, or it's in a Tupperware and you open it and the vapor comes out and it's like, oh,
No.
yeah, it's like that.
No, I don't. That doesn't happen at my house.
It's I've seen it. It's real.
You must be an animal.
So I had a story. So people try to make all kinds of crazy shit here in prison, right? So they try to make all kinds of crazy shit, and so we had this guy. that was he was an older white guy, and he was crazy. They called him the chef, and so he used to make all this weird shit. And when shit didn't go well, he would like hide the pot, like the pot that he made it in. He would hide that under his cot, right? And so, they were doing a search one day, and they come through, and they find this pot with a lid on it.
Uh-oh.
And they're like, what is this? And he's like, oh, no. And then he opens it, and it's like fermented, rotten food, right? And it bubbles up, and they're like, what the fuck are you doing? And he's like, and then he spilled it, and then it got all over everything, and it smelled like, dead stuff. It was gross. They had to bleach him and the cell down. It was gross.
It's a truly
My
disgusting.
favorite Trump put down is Shitgibbon.
Oh, okay. I can see it.
Shitgibbon?
Yeah, I can see it.
Shitgibbon.
Shitgibbon.
Can you use that in a sentence?
I
Get
thought it
that
was a,
Shitgibbon out of our country.
I thought a shitgibbon was a type of bird. Like
No, it
like
was
a really ugly, fucked up bird.
No, a gibbon's like a little primate, isn't it? Like a little monkey
Yeah,
kind
it's a
of
little.
thing.
It's a little monkey thing.
So
he was destroying a bunch of area in Scotland to put in a golf course, and people were just freaking out. And of course, Scottish people have really hilarious put downs. The one that just made me pretty much shit whatever was in that pot under that guy's cot.
Yeah. he's like, blimey,
Very
he's a
sloppy
shitgibbon.
callback.
That's what he said. He said, blimey, he's a shitgibbon over there, ain't he?
Called him a Shitgibbon.
He's a shitgibbon.
They were my favorite punk band when I was 14.
The Shitgibbons?
Yeah.
The Shitgibbons.
I had their 7-inch.
There you go. Because you were hardcore.
I have this picture of like a little monkey, wiry monkey just sorting through shit to pick out all the corn.
Because he thinks it's worth something.
It's a dirty
It's
job.
all. Yeah, so I'm going to recycle this corn.
But at the end of the day, who's going to have all the
eating it.
corn?
Yeah.
Like
And
when
sell it to the
the
Indians.
gibbon has all the corn, who's going to be laughing then?
I mean, think about it. Corn is shiny.
Gibbon,
is.
it will.
When you
Yeah.
spit on it, rub it on your shirt to get it clean.
Yeah.
Right. So what's today's show about, you ask, listener? I heard you. It's about a lot of things, but mostly it's about podcasts. We're like going to be talking about podcasts in the podcast. It's crazy. But we're also going to talk about poultry and how to block it, and pandas too. And maybe we'll get back to some shitgibbons. I think we'll get back to some shitgibbons. But we're going to take a quick commercial break and be back with more Speakeasily Hour Minute Podcast.
Are you having trouble staying motivated? Do you need to bring out your personal best for a high school reunion? Try the workout sensation that's sweeping the nation. Klingon Fighter Size. Roar! Simulated battle scenes with your 5-pound fatleth will melt the pounds right off.
You're going to wish you were dead!
Integrating with your own VR headset, you will enact battle scenes from KVW's childhood. Wear your sequin gown into battle with pride. Realistic battle scenes make you practically feel the blood spilling onto your gown.
You'll literally shit your pants!
Feel the bones of your enemies crush under the heels of your stilettos. After the 6-week course, we guarantee you will slay at your high school reunion. Klingon Fighter Size, available at speakeasily.tv.
Shit your pants!
We're back, and we're going to talk with Jason Nevermind. Jason Nevermind, will you sing your special Speakeasily Hour Minute Podcast theme music for us?
My theme music.
Yeah.
Okay. My name is Jason, and I'm here to say, ooh la la, hoo hoo ha ha, yeah. Llama llama red pajama. I'm all up in the Bahamas with your mamas. True
Hey, that was excellent.
Thank you.
You are a professional.
I am a professional, yes. I have recordings out. They're on Bandcamp. You can go purchase them.
Why don't you tell us about that? Let's start there.
You could be the first person ever to do that.
Didn't one of your albums placed in like Scandinavia or something too?
Oh God, that was a long time ago. Yeah, where was that? I forgot exactly which cold country that was, but yeah, a record I produced years ago had a small cult following in a very tiny cold white country. I guess our music was very tiny, cold white, claustrophobic at that moment.
Favorite time.
Yeah, that was like 2001.
Industrial goths in Scandinavia loved it.
Yeah, they liked our steez. It was kind of we were branched off from I guess what the scene would be called Ilbient, I guess. Ilbient, yes, it's like ambient, but it's ill.
Is that a real thing?
Yeah, it's a real thing.
I saw that section heading at Amoeba one time.
Yeah. DJ Spooky would be the most prominent figurehead for Ilbient, I believe.
But fuck him. What about you?
Yeah, it's true. What about DJ 4AM?
That's another one of my many personalities. I have three. I have an unholy trinity of personalities. DJ 4AM, that's the production DJ side of everything. I've been making music in the public eye, attempting to at least, since 1998, and have a multitude of releases. I've been part of different bands and projects and all sorts of weird things. So yeah, there's that. And then the other guy is another rap voice I do that's called Vlad the Inhaler. He's more of my dark side. He's the less optimistic version of me, if you will. Like, I feel like Jason Nevermind is sarcastic.
What?
Yeah, if I get really dark sometimes, I'm like, that's just a little too weird, and then I'll just tune the voice down and it turns into Vlad. So it's like my screwed down voice, basically.
Gotcha. And does he, in fact, use an inhaler?
No. I think it's more of a weed reference. It was something my friend Anthony used to say all the time. I thought it was funny. I actually stopped using an inhaler. I haven't used one in quite a while. But, the air quality...
I remember you with an inhaler.
Holy cow, yeah. Well, we lived in Fresno, for God's sake.
I mean, that's what Audra has to... I mean, Odessa has to use it now.
Wait, who?
Do you?
No.
You don't have to use the inhaler?
No, that's just weed.
Oh.
You have
I
a
smoke
weed inhaler?
pot out of an inhaler.
How do you do that?
So no one will suspect.
That's...
Oh, so it's like an inhaler, like you have the asthma?
No,
it's an aerosol? Like an aerosol weed?
So you're all like...
Yeah, I spray it in my hair.
All she did is she took one of those asthma inhalers that you like push down and breathe in. Mm-hmm. All she did was hollow that shit out. And she put a screen in it and she puts the pot in there and lights it. So people are like, "What are you doing?" She's
that
like,
would that's an aerosol.
She doesn't care.
I was smoking pot out of My Little Pony. I called it My Little Stony.
Yeah,
but it melted. So I went over to the inhaler.
Y'all don't know. Odessa likes to get wet, y'all.
Yeah. You get shermed out. You get sherm stick.
She gets shermed.
End up in Devo's
I don't know what that means, but
coop.
we're having fun. Isn't this fun?
This is fun. This is fun.
So who's the last voice? So we got Vlad. We got 4 a.m. Who's the last guy?
Oh, that's the Jason Nevermind.
Jason Nevermind.
Which it's a weird thing. I don't remember exactly why I started using that, but I can tell you that I stole it from Prince because that's one of his aliases. If you look at one of the greatest songs he ever wrote, which is Sugar Walls by Shitgibbon, which has some of the best lyrics ever penned in American music. I didn't know what Sugar Walls were for the longest time. Not until about 6 years later. But I believe on that, he wrote that song. He's credited as Alexander Nevermind, I think. So that's Prince. But it's also something I seem to be saying a lot. Never mind.
Love it.
Yeah. Yeah. That's it. That's all.
You're busy.
Yeah, I do a lot of stuff. I also work 7 days a week too. That's mainly what I do. I mean, I would love to say that I'm like, a shot calling, big ballin', King Turd of Poop Mountain as far as all of it goes. But I am I'm prolific, most definitely, and I'm consistent. Oh, and also I'm doing an internet radio show now as well. We just started doing that. It's every Saturday night from 10 to midnight on BFF.FM. Best frequencies forever.
Aw.
I know, it's sweet, right? It's a cool place.
It's a great name.
Yeah. They're in the neighborhood, and it's like a cool building. They're a little collective, and it's like they do events and shows and all sorts of stuff. And me and 2 other people, we do a weekly show mainly centered on Bay Area hip hop and electronic. So it's a lot of just bigging up local people instead of talking about push button media clowns. Like here's your alternative. If you want to know where the good music is, we're at least attempting to bring it to you. You have an alternative.
What's that show called for people that want to look it up?
Oh, it's called Opal Heights. You can go to the BFF.FM website, and all the shows for every show they have there are archived. We have 4 so far. The one coming up this Saturday will be number 5. And it's going to be me and my friend, folklore legend, who I do a rap group with called Rich Mahogany, which is a play off of Anchorman. It sounds like a guy's name, but it's really not. I have
Rich Mahogany.
Yeah, I have many fine bound leather books. My office smells of rich mahogany.
So what type of music do you big up? Yeah, all kinds. Or?
All kinds, yeah. I mean, it's weird. I don't really. I work at a thrift store. I listen to a lot of weird music. I just take home weird records now. I mean, I make so much of it that there isn't much new stuff I consume. But I do regular.
You said doo-doo.
I totally did. I do regular like current hip hop mixes for SoundCloud. So every couple of weeks I'll go through and see what's new and pick a couple songs out and keep the current things flowing that are good. Good hip hop. It still exists.
All the good things that are good.
All the good things. Yes, I arrange all the good things for you, so you'll have them.
And you said that was on what? SoundCloud?
That's on SoundCloud. Yeah, I'm on Bandcamp, SoundCloud, Mixcloud.
I'm on Bandclam.
Bandclam. Yes, Bandclam. ShamCloud, ShamWow. I'm on all those.
Yeah.
I thought Bandclam was only for female artists.
Well, I lie.
Okay.
I also write for Cracked as an Asian person, but I'm unwhite or whatever. I don't know. There's a guy who does that apparently.
You certainly aren't Mexican.
Yeah.
So.
Hardly.
Well, as an ex-girlfriend's mom said to me once at the dinner table, "Oh, you're Mexican by injection."
What?
Ew.
Was she talking to her daughter?
No, it was well, they were Puerto Rican, living in Clovis, and I was over for dinner, and they had the neighbors over, and the neighbors were very much from Clovis, while my ex's family are very much Puerto Rican from New York. So she made arroz con pollo, which is chicken and rice, right? And so we're having it, and the guy says, "Oh, this is kind of like Mexican rice, Spanish rice." She's like, "That's not no Mexican shit, fucking Mexican shit." Oh, sorry, Jason, I forgot you were Mexican by injection.
Oh yeah.
I want to party with her.
She was great. She passed away from cancer, unfortunately, a few years back. But yeah, she was a trip, man. Ava was awesome.
Let's have a moment of silence for her.
Exactly.
And also Art Bell.
Art Bell.
Yeah, sad.
And also Babs Bush.
Oh yeah, she's gone too.
Yeah. All right. The moment of silence. I could hear someone typing in, so let's fucking forget it.
Sorry.
So I have
Looking up Art Bell.
Yeah, Klingon doesn't know what that is. She's like, who's
Klingon, how ironic that Klingon Vanna White doesn't know who Art Bell is, because he knew who she was.
Obviously.
He did not know who I was.
Yes, he did.
Did he?
Yeah, he used to talk about you and play oldies to you, and all the Mexicans used to love it.
I'm looking up him right now, and I don't even see what he looks like.
You're looking up.
I don't recognize this man.
Stop looking up me.
I never forget a mustache, and I do not recognize this man.
Hey.
He certainly had a porn stash.
Oh yeah. Well, he's ex-military, so he's got the military
That's right.
porn stash.
But just lived in a fucking trailer in the middle of the desert, doing nothing.
In Pahrump.
Well,
Pahrump, Nevada.
That's awesome.
It's like somebody who's into UFOs for sure.
Yeah, there is a look, isn't there?
Yeah, he's got the big glasses and the mustache and the kind of flat nose.
Whoa.
And the hair, and he's short.
He would definitely not be
Telepathic and
mistaken for a
physical.
white
His
guy.
relationship with the Andromedans has been based on trust and friendship. This is like some heavy shit, man.
Klingon's like, that's bullshit.
That's one of my favorite Art Bell shows.
Fantastical bullshit.
So what's one of your favorite shows?
Okay,
What's your favorite one?
So, this was, I remember it aired around maybe 2007, and I tell people about this, and they find it hard to believe, but there was an episode of Art Bell where they had a guy on who claimed he didn't have the soul of a human. He had the soul of a horse. And and it gets better. In a past life, his owner was his current boss, who is married and has a husband and everything, so they don't have a sexual relationship or anything, but they still have the horse and owner relationship because their souls are those souls. So he would basically say, he's like, in a human-horse relationship, a horse might walk up behind a human and rest its head on their shoulder. I do that to my boss. It was a 3-hour interview with this guy, and he kept going, and I used to make copies of it for people, and they would come back the next day just crying, I can't even believe how funny that was. That's a real guy? I'm like, yeah, that guy thinks he's a horse. Man with horse soul.
I believe it.
Yeah. He also had the time traveler on, too, John Teeter. He was great. He would just pop in, and he'd only talk for a minute, and then he had to leave. Stuff like that.
Well, I've got to go back to the future.
Yeah. Must go back, Marty.
Gotta go back in time.
fucking die.
Well, this was like the late 90s, so you really didn't have internet or anything to, like, most people didn't, to check any of this out. Like, you might have had, like, a printout or, like, Behold a Pale Horse, which makes no sense to anyone who tries to read it, unless you're crazy already.
Fascinating.
Yeah. See, now it's different. Yeah, he was the only outlet.
Yeah, it's true.
Good reading.
All right, I do have a favor to ask you, Mr. Nevermind.
Sure.
Klingon Vanna White's been wanting to learn how to DJ for a long time.
Oh.
I was wondering if you could tutor her.
Sure, it's easy. Okay, so all you do is you pick a playlist on Spotify, and then you promote a ton, and then you stand behind the mixer and you point at people and you make heart hands, and then you throw organic cake at the crowd and crowd surf.
You can do that.
Sounds easy.
That's the highest paid DJs in the world do that. Exactly that. I heard of something recently in the city that really cracked me up. I have a friend who does sound at a certain venue. I won't name any names or shame anybody. But there was a party. No, I wasn't. No, but there was a party that was happening, and it was basically the name of the group was the Something Something Records, like they're a record label. So my friend is talking to them. It's like, so you run a record label? Oh, no, we don't run a record label. Well, okay, but you're called Something Something Records. Yeah, we call our party that, and we just have people come out and dance and play music. So you don't put any records out? No, we don't actually put music out or anything. We don't have any records out. We're just called whatever Records.
Do they even play records?
No.
Oh.
I asked. I was like, okay, what are the youngins on druggins feeling nowadays? And it's like a super hardcore like cumbia, like boom, 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 like those like super tinny like keyboardy horns with the boom, like a chonkala kind of like super hard distorted cocaine Mexican drums thing going on. That's what's hot in the streets right now. Yeah.
That's my favorite kind of music.
Yeah, totally.
That's what she wants to DJ.
Well, then you got it. You are already on top.
You should see her Mexican outfit. It's amazing. She got giant chunkalas and.
It's actually just Tijuana brass, but she plays it like at a higher speed.
Super fucking fast.
I'd be into that. Herb Albert is a Jewish guy who basically introduced the world to Latin music. The most famous Latin musician of the 60s and 70s is a Jewish guy from L.A.
Liar.
That's right.
You're a liar.
No, it's true. He's one of the great Jewish musicians.
No, he's not. You guys are lying.
He used to go to Mexico and watch bullfights. He came back and wrote The Lonely Bull.
No.
In his parents' basement with a 4-track.
No, he is not. He is Mexican.
Albert, just like the guy from Lost.
No, he changed it so white people would like him. It's Albert.
White people don't like Jews.
That's why he changed it.
We've proven that.
Because you know what? Because Albert sounds sort of like someone you would be a friend. So he said it. He changed it.
Fat Albert.
See?
All right. So before we move on, I was going to ask you about your podcasts, because you do podcasts that are not exactly music related, right?
Yeah, I'm still doing them. They're kind of few and far between right now. I still enjoy them, but it's a lot of work, and I've got so many other things I need to do as well, and plus like the work schedule. But it's just like, I mean, I'm sure you can relate. It's like you put a lot of work into something, and it doesn't necessarily get much or any attention. So it's just like, of course, there's the love for doing it. Yeah,
I can relate.
But it's not really something I need to kill myself to do weekly like I was doing for a while. So if I do one every month or couple months when I have the time to do it, it's fun, then I'll do it. But the main one I do. It's called The Creepy Podcast, and it started off because basically I was having terrible insomnia, and I would just be up at night reading creepypasta and cracking up in my head because my girlfriend's asleep because we're in the same room and we have roommates and stuff, so I'm on the floor with a computer trying to be quiet, and just I can't laugh out loud, so I'm laughing in my head and I'm cracking jokes as it's going, and I'm I could do this, I can hear the dialogues running in my head, and all the weird intricacies and all the weird psychology and everything is coming out, and I'm yeah, I'm reading this, and I'm oh, what'd your mom do to you? Oh, you're having the dream where there's no one driving the car again, huh? Oh, I wonder what that's about. Oh, this is,
Wait, yeah. I used to have that dream.
I did, too. I had that dream all through my childhood.
Had it last night.
It's because we were, completely, we had no control of our agency.
Exactly. Yeah.
Latchkey kids.
Exactly, yeah. I moved, I went to, 5 elementary schools.
Oh, God. Yeah.
In 3 cities. So, yeah, Ernie Paul in Fresno, and then Cipriani in Belmont, and then Fairmont in Pacifica, and then Roding, Manchester Gate, and then back to Roding.
Fuck.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
I didn't know that you did some growing up in Pacifica. I knew about the Fresno bits and Belmont. Well, that's just like Fresno's backyard.
Kinda, yeah. It's I don't know. It was cool. I was there from like 2nd to 3rd grade, basically. So a little bit of Bay Area training.
Like,
Did your time.
bitches, I'm out.
Yep. Well, my stepfather at the time was a Denny's manager, so he was opening up brand new Denny's all over the place.
That must have been glamorous.
It was, because I was a little kid, and I had to go to the job site with him, and basically they just set me down at a tabletop Pac-Man with a thing of fries, and I just sit there until he was done. Not a bad way to spend a night.
That sounds like the life.
I wish I had that right now.
It really is.
I want a tabletop Pac-Man and Denny's fries and refillable sodas. That's just about the best thing I can imagine right now.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Oh, that sounds fantastic.
Yeah, you
However,
don't know what you got till it's gone.
Yeah, when I get released,
true.
I'm going to a Denny's. They probably won't serve me, but I'm going to go.
I think they serve you now. You just can't go to Starbucks.
Yes, you can't go to Starbucks
Yeah.
now.
But you can go to Denny's. Denny's
You can't go to Starbucks.
But again, Denny's used to be Sambo's.
Yeah.
So you can look that up. If you don't know what Sambo's is, you can look that up on the internet, I'm sure. Google will show you what it is.
Actually, don't look that up, especially if you're at work.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, don't look that up at work.
No.
It's a not safe for work lookup thing.
Exactly. Well, is there anything else you'd like to plug before we go to our commercial break?
Plug? I don't think so. I
Like
think
your
it's
butt?
too late. I always do that when I ride public transportation, though. I don't trust myself, so I just have to make sure everything stays inside until I'm where I need to be.
Put a cork in
I
it.
was like, you don't want the outside to come in.
There's really no danger of that. It's pretty constantly flowing.
That's kind of the same way in prison.
Yeah. Well, you got to. That way, you control who has entrance.
Speaking of release and also Denny's, can you tell a story you once told me?
Oh, I think I know which one you're talking about. I think I know which one exactly. Yeah.
Gross.
It's my second request.
This is
Did you take a shit in Denny's?
No, this is the story Joey told us, right?
Yes.
No, this happened to you.
No, it didn't happen to me. If it's the one I'm thinking.
No, it's a friend of ours, a mutual friend of ours told the story.
But we were both friends with him. We both used to work with him, and he came in one day and told us this story about how he was sitting at a Denny's. Was he with that crazy woman he was dating at the time?
He might have been, actually.
I won't say her name. But basically, they're at the Denny's, dining at Denard's, and all of a sudden there's this banging on one of the big, that's like the windows are wall size. Like, it's like big panoramic windows. You can see the entire parking lot. So there's this banging, and you just hear this, hey, look over here, right? So everyone looks over, and there's two bums. And one of them's banging on the window, and once everyone's kind of looking over, the other one bends over, drops his pants, and starts rocketing diarrhea against the window. And Joey said, the guy, I said his name. And so basically our friend says that, like, he could see the guy's, like, sphincter, like, just, like, shoving it out, like, whoa, like, the guy was, like, really hitting the notes, like, he was pushing it. It was like Pink Flamingos, right? With a dude with his legs behind his head. Yeah. He said that everyone got their meals free. So that's how you get your meals free at Denny's. You pay two bums to bang on the window.
Yeah, it's a scam.
Did it every weekend after that.
Worth it.
Moon's over my hammy for free every weekend, not me. You show up at the right time.
With extra gravy.
We're going to a commercial break.
Meal
we'll
and
be
a show.
back in just a minute.
The best club music, hip-hop, R&B, EDM, reggaeton, Irish funeral dirges. DJ Blingon, a.k.a. Klingon Vanna White, is available for your weddings, quinceañeras, bar mitzvahs, bars, festivals, pool parties, and exorcisms. DJ Blingon will play her own Spotify list while making heart shapes with her hands and point at people in the crowd. No requests allowed. Hire DJ Blingon today. Go to speakeasily.tv.
We're back with more Speakeasily Hour Minute Podcast, or SHIM, as I like to call it. We watched the movie Blockers, or I think it's called Chicken Blockers, because there's like a picture of a chicken or something.
Not a chicken, it's a rooster.
It's a man chicken.
No, it is. It's not a rooster. It's a cock.
Yes, I know it's not been that long for you, Odessa. Okay.
Well, I can honestly
It
say
has been a long time.
It took
since
me
I've eaten chicken.
Oh, man chicken.
Man chicken.
I was
Trouser trout.
entirely disappointed that Chicken Blockers is one of the greatest fast food chains ever, and they didn't even tie in with it. And then I realized it wasn't Chicken Blockers at all. And I was
Nope.
ready for some serious chicken because I love
Blocking.
chicken. I love
do.
Chicken Blockers. There was,
It's good.
but it's not. It was Cock Blockers.
Tasty chicken.
It's a completely
Oh,
different dining experience. Eating chicken
it
as
has
opposed to Blockers.
If it has like a little mohawk on top of its head, it's a cock or a rooster.
El Gallo.
El gallo.
Rooster blocking.
Yeah.
Hmm.
That
Well-
guy. Yeah, go ahead.
After seeing that movie, though, doesn't it seem like it's less about cock blocking and more about cunt blocking?
Ooh.
I thought you didn't like that word.
I don't. I'm trying to step outside of my safety zone.
That's a good way to do it. Just randomly say cunt.
Just start using it.
Just inject it into conversation. It's like, would you like a bag? Cunt. See, that's a good. You can have it for free. It's okay.
I'd like a cunt Coke.
I mean, I've been calling you that all the time, and you never notice when I say, "All right, I'll just being a see you next Tuesday."
See you next Tuesday. Oh, shut
I'm
the
never
front
in the
door.
room when you say that.
Don't you Mickey Ficky me, you motherfather.
So, what'd you think about those three ladies trying to get balls deep? What'd you think of that?
I'm all for that. I feel like that's a positive thing to push. Like, being sex positive is good. I'm just wondering what John Cena used to be hip. He made a rap album.
Really?
He's hip. He showed his ass a whole bunch of times.
He did. He totally. See, no one even remembers this. I'm like, yeah, I remember he made like a real hip hop album with like Freddie Fox and like real production and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
he's a rapper.
Well, no one bought it because no one
thought
can
he-
see him.
Well, yeah. Well, nobody bought it. Nobody bought it.
I
Just
thought,
one
he,
can
I thought
see
he was
him,
kind
get
of
it?
fun. I thought he was totally fun in this movie, though. he was kind of ridiculous.
He was
Yeah.
great. He was very
Yeah.
funny.
One thing that I believe that I thought was really bad about the whole movie was, okay, you're gonna do a 40 funnel in your asshole. You don't get sober that quickly.
Oh no,
No.
Like,
Well,
come on,
he
come
is
on.
so
It's
large.
We saw Jackass in the theater together, right? Did we
Yes.
see that one? So we've already seen that.
Yes.
Steve-O did that already.
I mean, I've done it. I mean, come on. I was blitzed for hours. I'm in a hurry.
Okay.
He
Raise
shot
his
it out
hand.
really fast.
That's true. It didn't. If you're doing like an enema, you'd probably want to retain it
Yes.
so
on
it
to
would
it.
enter your bloodstream.
Can I ask a question? I mean, this is a youth-centric film, right? Is this like what's hot in the streets? Is this going to be the next thing? Like, I'm going to go on the internet and all these kids are going to be drowning because they're like shotgunning like a gallon of beer in their ass or something? Like,
Yes, it's the next Tide Pods.
Yeah.
It's already been done.
Yeah. I mean, they're going to like rupture something, probably.
I mean, we do it in prison all the time.
Yeah. But, that's just because there's nothing else to do.
Yes, that's exactly why.
I mean, we have a close friend who used to light farts in front of us all the time.
He still does.
We have a close friend who still lights farts in front of us all the time.
He still does. It's gross.
And I'm still afraid that it's going to be a little too gaping and it's going to fly back up into his ass and he's going to explode.
His head's gonna blow up.
Because I've heard that happens.
I'm just saying.
So do you?
He's going
so
on
your
a trip.
friend lights farts in front of you?
Yes, he's going on a trip, and he's staying with a friend of ours, and at their place in Austin. So I'm worried.
Oh, that friend.
I'm worried that they might do that
Get some fire insurance. Keep him away from the drapes.
while he's visiting a said friend.
Well,
So-
make him
so
stay
did-
outside.
Does he take his pants off when
No,
he
yes,
does this?
No,
Or
he
does
doesn't do it. He can do it with his pants.
That's what's fucking scary.
He almost lit his pants on fire a couple
he
times.
did.
Oh, he did?
He did. This fucker was wearing polyester pants, and he
does
lit
that?
his fart, and it fucking caught his pants on fire, and he had to smack his hole to put it out.
He had to he had to literally smack himself on the booty hole to
I
put out
was
the fire.
like, you're giving
Fire.
yourself a brown eye.
Did it burn a hole out of the pants?
Actually, no,
No,
it
it
didn't.
didn't. No, I was surprised.
It didn't. Yes, I was like, what the fuck?
It's a credit to the pants because I remember one other time I had a friend who caught fire. It actually did burn a hole through his sweater. That was a fun
His
one.
sweater.
Yeah, I was doing some mastering work for a friend of mine, and at the time we're sitting on the floor in my room, and I have a trunk with a candle on it. That's my coffee table, right? So we're doing the work on my computer, and he's leaning up against the coffee table, and Next thing I know, he looks over at me and he goes, Jason, can I ask you a question? I said, sure, man. He goes, am I on fire? And I looked and I said, yes, you are on fire. And I picked up a shoe and I put him out.
Okay.
I thought I was trying to figure out how he farted through his sweater.
Or kind of, okay.
Yeah.
Have you ever? So I can only ask Jason this because I don't think this happens to women. So sometimes I'll be sitting, and you'll fart, and like a bubble will roll up
And it feels
under
like a
your
shit.
balls,
Yeah.
under your balls, up the side of your leg, and you're thinking to yourself, "What the fuck was that? Did I shit myself?"
It feels like a shit.
Yeah, and
it
you're like,
does.
"No." It just kind of rolled up the side.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, so maybe that's what happened. It kind of rolled up into his sweater and he lit it.
It's weird. It's a bubble. It truly is.
It literally is like a bubble.
You think it would be like just a kind of dispersing, just like a.
Yeah, it would disperse. No, it literally rolls up under either your left or your right balls, and just bloop,
Yeah.
you know. And you're like,
Mine
okay.
actually go up my crack.
No, mine comes up the front. It's like, hey, I'm here.
That seems very strange. So, like, there's a certain seat in my hot tub where it shoots bubbles.
Oh, say no more. I know that
through
seat
my
well.
crack, and I'm just like, I cannot sit here. This is like the worst seat.
Will you
in
show
this
me
hot
which
tub.
seat it is?
Yeah,
I'll show you. I know where it is.
Oh, but the other day too, like if we're going to talk about farts, because I love this subject, my tiny little Chihuahua, I was out walking it, and it barked at something, and with such force that it farted.
See, that's awesome.
It made this little squeak sound, and it was just like spun around, like what was that about?
Like a little balloon letting out air.
So
It vomited and came out of my butt.
I know how they feel because that's actually happened to me before. Because when I get anxious and scared, I fart.
Or when you eat mushrooms.
Or when I eat mushrooms,
Yeah.
yes.
When he eats mushrooms, look out.
Yes. The devil's bread comes to get you.
One of my other friends put this story up on Facebook recently. Oh my gosh, I should find it. But it was just like he was walking his dog and he had his headphones on and his dog was peeing, and I guess some woman came up behind him and started pushing him like off to the side because he was blocking the sidewalk, and it startled him so much that he let out this huge fart, and he was just like, oh, hopefully it wasn't that loud, and he was like, because he had his headphones on, and then he was like, sorry that I was blocking the sidewalk, and the woman like looked around at him and like with this look of horror because it's like he farted on her when she
It's her fault.
And she felt it.
It's her fault.
It's her fault, obviously.
It's her fault. Why did you touch him?
It's still warm right here on my pants.
I mean, maybe that was his mutant power. You know, maybe he's a
My
mutie.
pants are on fire.
Do you remember that joke that Gilbert Gottfried told on Dirty Dirty Jokes about the guy with the silent farts? The guy goes into the doctor's office and says, Doctor, I got these silent farts. They're terrible. Oh, there went one. Oh, they just keep coming. Oh, there went another one. The doctor's like, okay, first off, you're losing your hearing. Comedy hand grenade. All right.
Oh, Gilbert.
First off, you see, it's in the voice. It's funnier.
First off, you're losing your hearing.
Oh, doctor. Oh, there goes another one.
You gotta squint your eyes. I've had sex with him, so yeah.
I found the story.
Of course you did.
The story of what?
Of course you did.
It's like,
We're gonna see. This is the thing. Whenever you listen to one of our podcasts, you have preferred reading. You have a reading to do to listen to our podcast.
We'll do a dramatic reading. Klingon.
No. They have to have. We have references. You got to go listen to these references.
I was walking Phoebe, and I had my headphones in. I was blocking the sidewalk while Phoebe grazed on some grass. An old lady needed to walk past me, and I couldn't hear anything. Headphones. This startled me. She came up behind me and attempted to push me out of the way, and I let out a startled fart right on her. As she continued by, I wondered if she knew I farted on her. I mean, I had my headphones in, and maybe it wasn't as loud as I thought. So I turned to apologize for blocking the sidewalk to gauge her facial expression to see if I could determine her level of fart detection. By the look on her face, I can say she almost certainly was aware that she was farted upon, and she was super not happy about it.
Farted upon?
Farted upon. I've scoured the internet to see if this is perhaps a good omen, portentous of some ancient pretentious event of some ancient culture, but no luck so far. It is Friday the 13th, so I guess it's some bad luck of some sort. I don't have a bucket list, but if I did, I could quickly add it and then check it off.
This person is obviously crazy. You go to search the internet to see if farting on an old lady is a good omen.
I'd have farted on Odessa's mom a long time ago if that was true.
Yeah. Is that what I haven't been doing in my career?
She says you have.
Because I have access to plenty of old ladies where I work. If that's all it's going to take for me to get fame and fortune, I'll fart on all of them every time they come in. They'll be like, get away. I'm like, Jason, you can't keep doing that. You're going to get fired.
Or arrested. You're spend the night in jail again.
You're going to
No, don't take me back. No. We got a complaint that you're farting on old ladies. That wouldn't be the weirdest thing that's happened there.
So back to blockers, since that's what we're supposed to be talking about.
That's what the movie should be about. Like some guy who runs around farting on people, and you have to you need blockers.
Fart blockers. I thought this movie was about the guy that invented blue blockers. Like, it was like his biopic.
Remember that rap? Listen to me, because I'm a hip hopper. Yeah, go get you some blue blockers. It was in the infomercial. Stop it.
Oh, yeah.
Look that up.
Use YouTube. It's probably there.
Every Saturday night at like 12:30 in the morning, right between like Saturday Night Live and Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling, you'd see that guy rapping about blue blockers.
Love glow. So what do we think? So we liked that these young girls were asserting their dominance. What I liked is I loved the chef guy who was kind of like, I cook all kinds of drugs and I do all this other stuff, and she was just like,
him. I wanted to date him.
No, but it was great because she was just like, all right, let's do this, let's get it, yay, and she was all about it, and I was like, get it, girl, and I loved her.
She's
dominance.
really goal oriented.
Well, see, and again, I think that's cool. If you can show people being sex positive and being consensual, and it's cool, that's honestly pretty good.
And she was like, you need to go downtown, buddy.
Yeah. Oh, again, I've been hearing that phrase a lot lately because I've been playing a lot of 90s R&B, and apparently that was a very, very popular subject amongst women in R&B in the 90s.
Yes.
I would actually like to throw a 90s throwback party called Downtown.
Yep.
Nice. That's a great idea.
Where it's all 90s R&B, but no men.
But
no
I
men,
always thought that was the thing. I always thought like that, like I wanna be down.
Yeah, see, that's the clean one. The other one was
And I thought she wanted to get down on her knees.
I want to go
be
down.
Yeah.
I want to go down on you. Like that. Yeah.
I was let's do this.
Or Downtown. That was SWV. Or
take the what is it? Take the A train downtown.
Oh yeah, downtown. Yeah. And that song's long too. That song's like 6 minutes.
See, I feel because that's how long it should take you to get down there. See,
they're like, it needs to be long enough for your jaw to hurt.
Yeah.
4 minutes?
Yeah.
No, 5 minutes.
At least.
Extended dance mix.
So ladies,
25
how
minutes.
long, ladies? So how long do you expect your man to go down there for?
Yeah. How long do you set the alarm for?
How long is Showa?
Showa? Is that like some kind of tantric thing?
I think it's some Jewish thing.
Let's just skip it.
Till your legs are asleep?
Do you get a cramp in your tongue?
Till I can complain about some part of my body hurting? Oh, my back. You can stop now. Oh, really? What are you trying to do there?
Some guy told me that you're doing good when they pee on you.
Oh, then I do great.
It's like that's when you know you hit the spot. Is when they start peeing on you. And you're like, okay, I guess I did it.
Shecky, that's like your one connection to heterosexuality.
Is this
Well,
a person?
no. A guy told me that. A guy told me that when he was peeing on me.
Before
and I was
he peed
like,
on
okay.
you, yeah, okay.
Yeah, and I was like,
okay.
He equated it to a woman, and I was like, okay.
Have you ever had a guy not pee on you?
Let's change the subject.
Okay. Like pretend he was going to, but it just didn't happen?
So cock blockers.
Man chicken blockers.
Man chicken.
Nobody likes man chicken. I think that's funnier than cock, but just because it's silly and nobody knows what it actually is. It's like saying skeet until people figure out what it means.
So the one thing that I was kind of sad about is like there were no black chicks with these girls.
They had the Indian girl though, right?
Well, the Indian girl, yeah.
That's the new thing. The new
but I want a
demographic
black
is-
chick. Like I wanted a black chick with these girls. Like they had the token lesbian. They had the token jock.
So
Oh my gosh.
So they had a pothead lesbian and a pothead jock.
But they needed like a black
token
guy.
lesbian
They needed
Jewish looking for
Yes.
having such white parents.
I thought she was Latina.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, what's this Latina girl doing with white parents?
I mean,
But that's
of course-
interesting. That
What
you
did she
thought
do
was
with that
Jewish.
innocent girl whose
I
place
thought
she took?
She kind
I
of
mean-
reminded me of those movies. God, what was the one girl in them? But like nobody puts baby in the corner.
Oh, Jennifer Grey. That's
Yeah, she kind of
Dirty Dancing.
I thought she was kind of like she totally reminded me of Jennifer Grey.
After the surgery?
Well, her dad
Do you
was
remember?
like, yeah, she lost her. She basically didn't look enough like Jennifer Grey.
She didn't lose her nose. She got rid of it, and then nobody knows who she is
Yeah,
anymore.
we're like, we don't know who you are anymore. They
you
stopped
are
casting her.
who again?
But no, I mean, her dad was Ike Barinholtz, so at least it was fitting.
You left your baby in the corner. I don't know what you're talking about.
Ike Barinholtz played her father, the one who got beaten up.
So funny.
Is he Jewish?
That last
that
name
your
kind of
point?
makes you think she is.
Jew-ish?
It's
Ish?
probably a German last
Like
name.
blackish,
Germish?
Germish.
Yeah.
But I wanted a black
Yeah.
girl. Seriously, I wanted a black girl to be with them and be like, y'all bitches
Yeah.
is crazy.
You're
Let's go
basic.
get some dick, you know?
Yeah. I know I know all the dick is. Mm-hmm. All kind of dick.
because I think the reason why they couldn't have a black girl is the black girl would have been like, all right, let's go. We're gonna go. Like it would all that chasing around
Yeah.
and shit. No, black girl would have been like,
could I just do the 90s black comedian routine?
There you
That
go.
movie would have been over in 10 minutes.
yeah. And the black girl said, y'all want to get fucked? Let's go.
It was like Richard Pryor has that routine. He's like, you tell a white person to go fuck him. I'll fuck you, motherfucker. I don't think that type of language is necessary.
You see, so it wouldn't have worked with like a black or a Mexican cast.
No, that's why horror movies with black people don't work. Right? 10-minute movie.
Except for what?
Halloween. Which Halloween movie with LL Cool J?
No, Get Out.
Oh, Get Out.
Oh, Get Out.
Get Out was great. It was great.
I mean, that's the exception to the rule.
I thought that was social commentary.
You know what?
Exactly, it is, yeah.
The
Not-
director
but not horror.
Peel said it was a movie about gentrification.
I could see it.
When he said that, I'm like, that's awesome. That's a really dope way to put it. You know?
Yeah,
because
I
it
can see
is. It is.
We're living in you now.
I gotta ask
So
though.
Ike Barinholtz is Jewish.
Told you.
Okay.
Baden-Holtz.
I told you. I can smell him.
He's also 6'2".
Shaggy.
I can.
Yeah, so like that. What's the other guy? Cena.
John Cena.
Cena. He must be some kind of a monster.
He is. He's a monster.
He's a wrestler.
He is a monster.
That's why you can't
He
see
was
him.
a wrestler.
He was a wrestler, yes.
Huge.
So he was in the movie The Marine, and he played like this badass Marine. Never served.
Oh, it's like Stallone.
Is it
He never went to Vietnam. He went to Sweden to teach girls how to play soccer.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Did you see? I found the original version of First Blood, the paperback. You know, the one the movie's based on.
Yeah.
And it has a picture of what John Rambo looks like, and
Yeah.
he looks like a hick.
Yeah.
He's like a skinny, like backwoods, like plaid shirt, long hair with like trucker cap and a shotgun, just killing cops. That's what that book's actually about.
Huh.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
That works.
Yeah,
Kind
it's
of
much
a
better.
different story. Not
Yeah.
the Italian stallion we're used to.
Yeah.
That works. So all in all, I gave Blockers 4 clucks up.
I'll say that I scoured the all the theaters in the area for the cheapest ticket I could
noticed
find.
You completely Jewed out on that. You were like,
Of course I did.
I'm not going to
What else
spend
am I
more than
gonna do?
$5.
I spent $5 and I absolutely got $5 worth of big yucks
There
out
you
of
go.
it.
There you go. It's like going to see Problem Child at the $2 theater.
That's right.
I mean, you know, you gotta sit next to the Roach, but the Roach he's not gonna bug you.
Nope.
He's there to see the movie.
Yeah.
Can I have some
you,
popcorn?
you stay in your lane, Roachy? I'll stay in mine.
Well, it's
Don't
this
ask
big
for the
scene.
popcorn.
There's the part in the movie where they put all the roaches in the salad. Everyone's been talking
you know
about
what?
Macaulay Culkin lately. I'm like, what happened to Problem Child? We need to bring him back.
But you know what I felt really bad for?
Problem adult now.
You know what I felt really bad for? The one character was that poor fucking Ginger. I felt bad for him.
Oh,
Like, I wanted to do him. I was like,
yeah.
Like,
Poor little-
He got to splooge all over her stomach. It's okay.
yeah, that's true.
that was
got his-
sad. Just
Well,
wasted.
this is weird. John
Wasted.
Cena's
This-
6 foot tall, so Ike Barinholtz actually 2 inches taller than him.
Yeah.
wow.
He must have been standing on an apple box the whole movie.
God damn.
He's got that Tom Cruise kind of cinematography going
Oh
on.
yeah. They just dig a trench for everyone else to stand in.
Yeah.
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 We do have
He
to.
made him look so tiny. Ike Barinholtz looked like kind of seemed so fade next to him.
They got that technology
he's
from Orson
skinny.
Welles.
Yeah, but he seems smaller too.
Maybe it's a filter, like a lens thing. They just like
It wasn't me
Christina
that they completely did a reversal. Because you know, in most of like the TNA movies where the guys are trying to get all that pee, like
Oh my God.
they show titties and stuff. And this one we got like a huge dick thing, and I was like, "That's
I know,
That's-
like,
that's the
thing
future
with
right there, man.
with
We're seeing the evolution.
The hand on the ball.
yeah." The hands on the balls. I was like, "What?" the
I was just like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Well, you know, people do that though. I mean, that's fine. Yeah.
No, I've never seen it blown up in a theater that
Yeah.
I wasn't surrounded by a bunch of guys in raincoats.
Yeah, that
And
is the
then-
thing. To see like something like to see balls larger than life is actually it's if you're not ready for it, I would say. Like if you didn't go there to see that, it might be a little off-putting.
It was not.
I was okay with it.
It's kind of like taking the family to see Shape of Water and not knowing what it's about.
Eggs and
Is
fucking
that what
fish.
happened to you?
No, but I think it happened to the people I was behind in line at the coffee shop.
That's fucking hilarious.
It was like I roll up and I'm like waiting to get my coffee and I'm still trying to wake up and I hear this guy's couple talking. He's like, and at that point, our 11-year-old daughter had just seen her first pornographic film, and the guy was like, that movie was intense. I was scared.
So these are white people, right?
Oh yes, very very white. Yes, glowing.
Seriously, POC, people of color, black person be like, she go fuck that fish, yo.
Oh yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. Eat them eggs, bitch.
You gotta
Get
get
you
that.
some. She hella want that.
Yeah, she hella want that fish dick, girl.
She want the
that-
Wolfman too. She want the Wolfman and Dracula.
She's trying to get all that.
Uh-huh. That's gonna be the next movie. She's gonna like have the mummy. The mummy's gonna be like, "Rrr." She's gonna be like,
and then she gonna get BB on Maury talking about her half fish baby.
yeah.
She gotta eat them eggs to get her protein back.
Okay, I gotta say it though. The joke I've been hearing, and it's not original, but whenever you bring up Shape of Water, someone always says, "You mean Grinding Nemo?"
Oh, I have not heard that one.
Oh, now you can't
I
unhear it.
prefer Gordon's fish sticks.
Do you like fish sticks? Yes, fish sticks are delicious.
Fish dicks.
Fish sticks.
I keep thinking of that Kanye West in South Park.
It's so good.
I'm a gay fish. I like fish dicks.
Remember what was his diss towards them back? He said something like "fuck a South Park rapper with a fish stick" or something like that.
Something, I don't know.
Fuck a South Park rapper with a fish stick. I'm like, okay, if that's what turns you on, go for it, dude. He was.
Well, we
swearing.
have
All
a
I-
tradition of ruining movies for our listeners.
Oh, wonderful.
So, how do we give away the ending?
So of course, the pretty white girl gets laid.
Oh, right away, dude. Come
I mean, they go all the way, and the white mom is like, "It's fine, baby. You can have your beautiful experience. It's okay." Knowing
Yeah, while
that they're
creeping out under the bed.
yes,
Yeah.
knowing that once they go to college, they're gonna break up anyway. So it's whatever.
So it's endless love all over again. If you remember that movie.
And then John Cena's kid, the super like athletic, should have been a lesbian but not a lesbian girl. You know, she was like, you know, I don't want to have sex just yet, so you can just go down on me. And it was awesome. And I was like,
Okay.
For
okay.
me, she's obviously the smartest of all three.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to touch that, but you could do this for me.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then the saddest one was the little lesbian girl. And she was all weirded out. Although funnily, I kind of felt like her, you know, when I was younger, you know, because I was trying to tell
When you were a
my
lesbian?
besties that I was gay and I didn't want to. Though we didn't have some crazy ass sex pact like they did. Fucking kids in the 90s, yo.
Dude, all down low, man. Like when I found out some of that stuff, I was like, really? We all used to eat lunch together. And
Yep.
you were just like, fucking? You fucked him?
I was fucking.
I won't name names against us.
I was fucking.
Yeah, apparently you were. Yeah, I wasn't. Not for a while.
That's fucking.
I mean, not people.
But
Jackie,
you-
he
but you know-
fucks.
Yeah, well, it's just like
Toilet paper tube, maybe a random pillow.
I just think you have to understand. Wow. I think you have to understand.
Jason, you can't sleep over anymore. I'm not going to tell you why. I'm just going to say, you know why. You know why. Okay?
After you
all
did
I
what
told
you
her,
did with
like-
that roll of toilet paper and the leftover mashed potatoes, you are not welcome here.
It was
No.
actually
it
liquid
wasn't-
dish soap.
No, it wasn't that. It was just use the toilet paper roll after the roll is done. You're getting all the toilet paper sticky.
Dude, it's a soft grip, man. Soft grip. I'm squeezing that Charmin, yo.
So here's the thing. Like when you're gay, you know, I can see it's kind of hard to kind of, you know, come out to your friends. I get it. That's fine, you know. But the other girl was just like the Asian girl was like, I'm straight up lesbian, and I'm already having my relationships. And blah. I was like, damn, girl.
I've met.
She had her own
those
theme
lesbians.
music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She had a cape. She wore a cape.
And she was like hella
Magic
fucking nerdy.
creature.
Yeah, that's the future right there too.
She was hella fucking nerdy. I was like, get this girl, get her, you know? And they finally got it at the end. What I hated is they should have actually shown them getting into bed together and them fucking. That'd have been like, all right.
It's too soon for that, right? It's like they couldn't let Jet Li kiss Aaliyah.
She fucked that too.
I'm just saying. You know, we're not quite there yet. Made progress. But go back and watch Revenge of the Nerds.
No, but I'm saying though, when you're gay and you're young, you know, and dick presents itself, or penis or vagina, you go for it.
Yeah.
Fuck it, let's do it.
Yeah, where is it? Okay. Yeah.
I ain't never gonna get this again, probably for a while. Let's do it.
Yeah, I want all of them. Yeah,
And
yeah.
they,
You got, how many
they
you got?
move
I
in
want,
together
Yeah.
the next day.
Bring them all
Oh yeah,
together.
it's the U-Haul time.
Bring all the dicks to my mouth.
We want all of the penis. Yes.
All right.
I can fit another one right here under my arm. Here we go.
I think we've ruined this movie enough.
So the lesbian girl gets with the other lesbian girl, but the poor ginger guy gets nothing. I mean, he literally he ejaculates too soon on her belly, and then she grabs his dick, and she's just like, okay, and I was just like, all right, and then he like was thinking about her, and then he like splooged all over her face.
That happens.
All over her.
Well,
all over her stomach.
You're supposed to wait 10 minutes and then do it again. That's how your first.
No, he was just like, I'm spent. This was amazing, and I'm like, oh,
wow, really? That's all. There's so much more.
He didn't even put it in.
He's a kid.
Yeah.
He's a child.
Seriously,
he was cute though.
God. Actually, I did like that line about pushing the fedora so far up his ass it became a hat again.
Oh, that always sounds like the kind of jokes we used to make.
Yeah.
That sounds like a hobby joke.
Yes.
I always tell the one where he's like talking about, he's like, I'm going to knock you two guys to the ground and use you as shoes. Stick my feet up your ass.
Snack review time. Snacks time. Snacks time. All right, so I've got snacks on snacks.
Oh, hell yeah.
I've got this box of Hello Pandas. And
hello, Panda.
Oh, that's illegal. They're endangered. Aren't they endangered?
Yes.
Yeah, but if you make little chocolatey snacks out of them, it's okay.
Oh, that's the loophole.
Yeah, because they're cute. They're cute. In fact, I'm looking at the box, and it says, Hello, Panda, chocolate cream-filled cookies, bite-size. And from looking at the packaging, you got, like, these panda-shaped cookies. Or I should say panda head-shaped cookies. So it's, like, in the shape of a panda head.
So
got
just the
ears.
head.
Just the head.
Okay.
Just the head. And it's got what appears to be pandas playing different sports printed on the cookies. So, there's a panda with a baseball bat.
How big are these cookies? Wait, are they two-sided? Is that what's going on?
No, they're just bite-sized.
But, okay, they're heads, but then they're also playing sports?
There's a printed drawing right on the cookie.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is still making no logistical sense. But,
Not at all.
Well, that's just what the outside of the box looks like. Let's open this and see what they really look like. Okay. They're not exactly in the shape of panda heads.
Okay.
They're kind of like lima beans.
So someone's getting fired at the factory.
Yeah, they're all fired. Okay, the first one I picked up doesn't even have a panda printed on it.
Okay,
so I'm going to put that one back.
So that person got fired from the M&M factory for throwing out the W's? That's an old one. Okay.
Why are M&Ms filled with chocolate?
Because when they fill them with shit, people wouldn't eat them.
That's right. Okay, so there's like a little hole in this lima bean shaped cookie.
That's where they inject the chocolate.
Exactly. That's where they inject the Mexican in.
Exactly. They have little they're actually very, very tiny little chocolate elves, and they inject the cookies.
With themselves? Because they're chocolate
syringes.
elves?
Well, they produce the chocolate. Yes. They're made with love
and fire.
Or
and dirty, dirty, filthy sex. Dirty, filthy, dirty panda fucking. Delicious.
These little lima bean nuggets.
Delicious.
Mm-hmm. Delicious.
You like them? They're good?
Hello, lima bean. I haven't tasted it yet.
Oh.
But I'm kind of like laying them out here, and really, there's no good print of a picture of a panda on any of these.
Are they vegan?
It's probably not. Let me take a look here.
Depends
It
on what
does
the
have
elves
some
eat.
milk in it. It has Greek yogurt powder. It has Greek yogurt powder in it, y'all.
Oh yeah, they were my favorite jam band in the '90s. Greek yogurt powder.
Greek yogurt powder. They played with Prison Cuisine once.
Oh yeah, yeah.
All right.
And finger koozie. That sounds delicious.
Yes, it does.
Hey, wait, that's my finger.
You
Stop
like that?
Ow.
You like that?
Ow.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. It's kind of like,
A party in your mouth?
and everyone's coming?
In your mouth.
Yes.
That's what the creamy filling is.
I never get invited to parties.
Not anymore.
No. My teeth are
Okay,
really
so
sharp.
here's the
Because you
deal.
don't swallow.
Yeah, well, just big teeth.
It's kind of like an oyster cracker filled with Nutella. Which is not bad.
It's not,
Yeah.
it's not entirely bad.
Yeah.
No, I can see that.
Kind of reminds me of when I made ice cream sandwiches with my friend whose dad used to make ice cream sandwiches with wheat bread and ice cream.
What? That's
Yeah.
not true.
No, it's totally true. We actually made them once, and they're not bad. You can just put, like, cheap ice cream on wheat bread, and that's an ice cream sandwich.
Why don't you use graham crackers?
Because his dad used to actually use wheat bread.
He didn't have them.
He's like, what, you want an ice cream sandwich? Here you go. Dad, you're
Did he-
kidding. You can't do that. Sure you can. Here you go. Here you go. Eat two of them.
See, that's the man. That's the man that I can get behind right there. It's like, you want something, you fucking make it. Get that
Every
shit
time
done.
you get behind a man,
He makes an ice cream sandwich.
you know the rest.
I make an ice cream sandwich.
You get behind him. He's like, you make me a sandwich, damn it. I'll be hungry when I'm done.
I make a panda. I say, hello, panda.
Panda.
Hello, panda.
I'm gonna treat you like a giant panda cookie. Yeah.
I'm gonna suck out your filling.
I gotta say, I do like these. They're tasty, but the fact that like they look like dirty lima beans is a little off-putting.
Yeah, that doesn't sound too appetizing.
They're kind of like shit-stained lima beans.
So there's no indication that it's a panda at all.
None.
Deal
Well, I
breaker.
think that they did print a panda picture on each one, but I think the technology is not really
Their panda printers are down.
there yet.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah,
maybe they're just old and the faces wore off.
Well, they're still hand painted.
it's possible.
It's slave
These were
labor.
$1.
They got little kids down there just breaking their hands with tiny little brushes.
I have a question. So you spent $1 for this?
I did spend $1
Girl,
on this.
you expecting all kinds of Rocher chocolate and shit? No, girl, you just pay for it. You don't spend $1 for some fucking.
Rocher, yo.
You don't spend
Where's my
$1.
Rocher?
That's classy. Oh, it's got almonds on it. Look, it's like a giant almond turd.
Like a giant almond nut sack.
Hey, you know I haven't been looking in the toilet for treats again. These really are Rocher. Okay.
I always thought Rocher look like nuts, because if you were to bust open someone's nuts, it'd be all nice and juicy.
It
soft
actually,
inside.
the inside, a man's testicles actually, as opposed to a woman's testicles, they look like top ramen.
Oh yeah, they're all a bunch of ass. Yeah,
They look
you're
like little bunches of top ramen
like
noodles.
like rice noodles.
Yeah, so think about that next time you're eating a bowl of ramen.
Yeah, you're eating unshriveled up nuts.
Think about that next time you're licking someone's balls.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, with that pulling that hair out of your mouth, it sucks.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's like eating ramen. You got to pull that hair out of your teeth.
So, what do you think about it? What would you rate them?
What was our rating system?
Well, I gave Cluckers 4 clucks up.
That's right. You did.
Cluck blockers.
Cluckluckers.
Blockers.
Fuddruckers.
What do you give them?
You dirty fuddrucker. I'll get you.
Let me see here. I will put.
See, she keeps eating them.
This is the part of the show where we listen to
They're
Audra
gross.
eat.
They're maybe a little habit forming.
Yeah. So just don't inject them. Keep a weekend.
No, I know. I only eat like 3, and then I stop.
And then you get up and you
Once
walk around.
Eat 4, you're an addict.
You do something. You may just a couple on the lunch break. That's all. Just a couple.
Just to get out of bed in the morning, that's all.
Yeah, I just kind of go lock myself in the supply closet and just put a whole bag in my mouth and just hold it there.
Hello, Panda.
Just let it melt slowly.
I would give this like 9 out of 10 pandas, but that's
very generous of you.
specific.
That's a lot of pandas. Where are you getting these pandas from? Panda
China.
Express?
Yes, they're fast, so fast.
With that Uber Eats, they show up right away.
Uber.
So you gave it 10 out of 9 out of 10?
This to our listeners.
You gave it a 9 on the Uber scale?
A 9 out of the on the Panda scale.
Yes, 9 pandas.
And Panda Express would be like a 2.
Like 2 sick pandas just barfing in a trash can.
Right. Just sitting on their babies. Killing one after another.
Just heaving.
Actually, that's what these are.
And crying.
These are like little panda abortions.
Chocolate-filled panda
If I
abortion.
made you guys quiet, that's sad.
Well, no, because I keep thinking now.
No, that's my grindcore band.
The problem.
Chocolate-covered panda abortions.
No, the thing that made me think about was there's real pandas out there filled with chocolate, and I'm not eating them.
Chocolate. They're full of chocolate.
It's like fuck. No wonder they're endangered.
Yeah.
Fuck that. I want some panda chocolate. Now I want some full-grown panda chocolate.
They're dangerous though. They have claws. They don't give it up that easy. They really don't. They know what they got. They don't give it up for free.
I will light my ass on fire and blow them up.
Yeah.
To be showered with chocolate panda farts.
Chocolate panda farts. That's my techno group.
Chocolate panda farts.
And the Shitgibbons.
CPF.
9, 10, 10, 9, 9. Schnell.
Mach Schnell.
Jesus.
Alrighty.
All right. Well, to find out more about Speakeasily, go to speakeasily.cock.balls,
Yeah.
where all our
Balls and cocks.
all uncut shows are.
Yeah.
Have fun putting that on your resume.
But seriously, follow us on iTunes and give us a review. Give us 5 stars. And then tell us what you really think in the comments.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what you actually say. Just give the 5 stars. Then you can say whatever.
5 stars.
Yeah, you
Is
can
that so much to ask?
Yeah.
5 stars. These guys suck.
Check us out on the Facebook. We're Speakeasily Show. If you just type that in, we'll come up. And we even have a discussion group. You can get up in there in the discussion group and talk about pandas. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You don't really want...
pandas.
I don't know if people really want me to talk about pandas.
Give us your favorite cockblock stories. Because we know everyone's a cockblock.
And it all involves pandas.
Right.
They hate
Tell
me
us about the time your parents cock-blocked you.
Or you cockblocked your friend because you're a bitch or a dickhead.
Or you cockblocked your parents.
Or you cockblocked your parents. You're being born, you little fucker.
Yeah.
All kids cock-block their parents.
Yep. All of you fuckers do it.
Yeah.
You know how hard it is to have sex with a woman when there's a baby coming out of her vagina?
Jesus.
You just gotta hit it in the head.
Back door. Back door.
It's like, where's the passing lane here? Come on. Okay, you move over a little bit. I'll help you out.
It's not your turn, kid. Get back in there.
Well, you can't wait for me to leave the building before you come in? Don't you hate those people? You're trying to leave the restaurant, they're trying to come in, and so it's obviously they're going to take your chair, but they're going to walk in right when you're trying to walk out. They can't wait 2 seconds.
Okay, when did this become a Seinfeld episode?
You gonna eat that?
As soon as I start talking about sex, is when it turns into a Seinfeld episode.
Pretty much.
It's when all the racial stereotypes come out, and then there's the angry neighbor.
What's up? Eat that.
How come that happened?
And then someone has a vanity license plate that's really funny all of a sudden, and someone can't dance, right?
You ring up.
Yeah,
Sure.
But I have to say though, George Costanza was fucking hot.
Oh, he was just on what was it? The What the Fuck podcast.
He's hot.
Yeah,
Jason
He
Alexander.
was?
Yeah, they talk about the McDonald's commercial quite a bit, which is funny. He was like the McDLT guy, I think.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Cold side cold, hot side hot.
Yeah. And he was really enthusiastic about that sandwich.
Didn't he jump up or some shit?
He was doing all sorts of dancing for a sandwich. He really is a fan
When
of
you
sandwiches.
hit rock bottom.
Yeah. Well, that was the beginning.
That was the beginning. That's one of his earlier commercials before he got Seinfeld.
That's what got him Seinfeld was his sandwich enthusiasm.
Sandwich dancing.
Like Larry David was just like, dude, you really love sandwiches, and I really respect that.
Yeah.
So
Like, can you be an asshole New Yorker for 9 seasons?
So could you just be me on a TV show?
Yeah, I do think that every character on Seinfeld was an extension of Larry David. Like, they're one of his psyche.
Completely. It's Herman's head, yeah.
Yeah. Just honestly, I don't know.
Yeah, you could probably write like a term paper on that. Figure out which part of his psyche Elaine is, you know.
So look up Jason Nevermind. Where should people go? What's the best possible place to find you?
Oh, okay. I'm on all the social media. You just put in Jason Nevermind. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Facebook. If you want music, you can go to soundcloud.com/4am sounds, number 4, letter A, letter M, SOUNDS. And then the Bandcamp page is www.dj4am.bandcamp.com. That's where you can get the original music, all the groups I work with. The mixes and podcasts and everything are on the SoundCloud. And also the BFF.FM. You can look up Opal Heights and listen to the first 4 shows and check out the next one, which I will be doing with my friend, folklore legend, rapper Supreme, from 10 to midnight this Saturday.
Also, one thing I remember is it's the number 4. Don't spell that shit out.
4.
It's the number 4.
Mm-hmm.
It's really good that you included the www in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because people don't know that part.
Oh, yeah. It's a lost art. The interneting.
The internet's going away, too.
It is, yeah. It's all going to be streaming pretty soon.
Yep, it's either going to be streaming or apps, so fuck all that.
I downloaded the internet, so
Did you?
I don't even listen to it
Pretty
anymore.
soon they're not going to let you have a physical copy of the internet, so,
Yeah.
you know.
I only listen to the internet
Oh, no.
on wax cylinder.
That was like, she's dead. She's dead.
She's back. You got to cut out
The
that 1 minute.
aneurysm finally burst. It's just,
Good night, everybody.
can I have your stuff?
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.